I'm glad you're here. There's a steady awareness that we have through life's transitions, and that's why we practice together, to continue to cultivate the steady awareness. Bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Take your thumbs and press them right up against your breastbone. Lift up through your heart as you root down into your pelvis. And then just with your eyes, turn inward into your own heart, offering gratitude for this steady awareness that's ever present. Release your hands, open your eyes. Come to all fours position on the mat, hands and knees. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the pelvis. Breathe. And on an exhale, drop your head, drop your tail, round your spine. Lift your tail, pull your hands back, pull your heart forward. And we'll do that 3 more times. Keep it flowing. Last one. Come to neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Step your right foot back behind you, toes tucked under. Push with your right foot so you feel the tone in your right leg. And then lift and extend your right leg up. Extend your left arm forward and breathe. Next breath, left hand down, right knee down. Step your left leg back. Push with your big toe ball joint and baby toe ball joint. Try to work the edges of the foot rather than the middle of the foot. So you are working big toe ball joint, baby toe ball joint. So there's actually a vault between the 3 middle toes. Keep that. Float the left leg up with strength. Reach your right arm forward and breathe. Next breath, right hand down, left knee down. Step your right foot back again, tuck your toes, and push with the big toe ball joint on your right foot and baby toe ball joint on your right foot. So once again, even in this articulated foot position, you're starting to feel the edges of your right foot ground through big toe, baby toe. And it's the pads of the toes and the base of the toes as they come into what we call the foot. On your next exhale, raise your right leg up. Use an in-breath. I know it's weird, but use an in-breath to bring your knee to your forehead. Use an in-breath. Use an exhale to stretch your leg out. 2 more times. In-breath. I know it's the opposite of what you might be normally used to breathe in. In-breath, leg in. Exhale, leg out. Good. Return your right foot to the mat. Put your right knee on the ground. And now step your left leg back. So let's get back into the left foot again. So left big toe ball joint, left baby toe ball joint, as well as the pad of each of those endpoint toes, reaching and articulating into the earth, but not pressing as strongly into the 3 toe joints in the middle. You're still grounding, but you're not dumping the weight in the middle. You're using the edges. Keep that strength that's rising from the edges of the foot up through your leg and lift your left leg up. Breathe. We're going to use an inhale to bring your left knee towards your forehead. You are rounding like a cat. And then an exhale to stretch your leg out. Keep it going. You might be like, why are we breathing this way? We're breathing this way for today, for this moment. 2 more times. So that when we stretch our left leg out and we use the exhale, it helps tone the middle and doesn't allow us to go into a back bend. That's why. All right, next breath, left leg down, left knee down. Shift your pelvis back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward. You're moving back into Balasana, child's pose. Swim your arms back beside your pelvis. And then on an in-breath, rise up tall, Bali seal. So you're rising up tall and kneeling. Exhale, float your arms down, flex at your hips, return to, in Pilates we call it shell pose, but it's Balasana, child's pose in yoga with the arms by your side. Now, snow angel your arms forward, come up into all fours position. Step your right foot back, toes tucked under, find the edges, pick your right leg up. Use an Inhale to bring your right knee to your forehead. Use an exhale to extend your leg. Continue to breathe. Return your right foot to the mat, right knee to the mat. Shift back to child's pose. Snow angel your arms back beside you. Press through the tops of your feet. Inhale, rise up into tall kneeling position, arms over your head. Exhale your arms down by your side. Fold into child's pose, arms beside you, forehead to the mat. In breath, arms sweep forward. Come up into all fours position. Step your left foot back. Find the edges of your left foot. Breathe. From the strength of your left foot, broadening, lift your left leg up. Use an in-breath to round your spine like a cat. Bring your knee to your forehead. Use an exhale to stretch your leg out. Continue to breathe. Return your left foot to the mat, knee to the mat. Shift your pelvis back towards your heels. Snow angel your arms back by your side. You're in shell pose, a variation of child's pose. In breath, rise tall. Hips go forward into hip extension. Rise up. Just stay here. Exhale, release your arms down. Put your hands on your pelvis. Round your spine like a cat. Here's the trick, you guys. I know you're good at it. Right foot forward, lunge. Right foot forward. And if you swung your right leg out to the side, you know you're working on that and flexing your spine more. Bring your hands to the mat. Tuck your toes under. Push with your back foot and lift your back leg. On your next breath, left knee down. Round your spine like a cat. Fold your right leg. Bring your right knee underneath you so you're back to kneeling. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, hands to the pelvis. Second side, flex your spine. Scoop your tail forward, move your belly back. Drop your head in. Keeping spinal flexion. Step your left leg forward for a lunge. Breathe. On an exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Push with your back foot and lift your back leg up. Low lunge. Next breath, right knee down. Round your spine like a cat. Pick up your left foot. Try to bring your left leg straight back. Work your hands to your pelvis. Rise tall into kneeling. Inhale, take a big breath up in kneeling. Exhale, child's pose. Start in shell first, where the arms are back beside you. And then snow angel your arms forward to child's pose. In breath and come up into all fours. Step your right leg back, toes tucked under. Find your big toe ball joint on the right, the baby toe ball joint on the right foot as well. Root into them. Feel the tone of your right leg. Use the strength of the right leg to pick it up. Extend your left arm forward. So all of these cues that I give you that are very detailed are part of helping you stay aware, awake, present in this practice. Next breath, left hand down, right leg down. Shift back to Balasana. Coming right back up into all fours, right back up into all fours. Step your left leg back, toes tucked under. Breathe. Find the inner and outer edges of your left foot. Tone in the left leg. Breathe. Left leg lifts. Right arm extends. Stay with your breath. Right hand down. Left knee down. Shift back to child's pose. Coming up into all fours again. Up into all fours again. Walk your left hand forward just a little bit, like so that it's underneath your left shoulder and forward of the shoulder. All right, so it's no longer wide, it's a little closer to the midline. Kickstand out your left foot, turn open into a modified side plank. So left hand down on the mat, right leg extending. Float your right leg up. Yeah, top arm up. Breathe. Lower your right leg, right hand to the mat, fold both knees on the mat, back to all fours. Okay, so right hand's got to move a little bit to the left. It'll even be forward of the right shoulder. Kickstand out your right foot, extend your left, so you're opening up into a modified side plank on your second side. Strength through the left leg to pick it up. Option is top arm up. Breathe. Next breath, left leg down. Roll back to all fours, hands and knees. Shift your weight back towards your heels, so pelvis moving back, hands moving forward, child's pose, Balasana. On an exhale, swim your arms back towards your pelvis, rise tall into kneeling, so it's Bali seal again. Exhale your arms down. Flex your spine like a cat, right? So rounding like a cat. You get another shot to try to step your right foot forward without swinging it wide. So flex your spine, weight shift left to swing the right foot forward. Place your hands on the floor. Tuck your back toes. Flat palm your left hand on the ground. So flat palm, each finger pad gripping. Push with your left foot to pick up your left leg. So you're in a low lunge, left hand down. Right hand to right femur. Use your right hand and work your thumb into the hip crease so you can root your right femur down. Continue to press down with your left hand. Reach back through your tail as you push through your left foot. Push strongly into the big toe, baby toe edge of your left foot. On your next breath, as you push more with your left hand, spin your left ribs open towards your front knee, your front leg. That's it. Top arm up. So a revolved lunge, twisted lunge. Breathe. Next breath, right hand down, right knee down. Round your spine like a cat. Step your right leg back. You can use your hand to help guide it. Come up to tall kneeling. Take a big breath up. Exhale, fold. So you're going into shell pose. Swim your arms forward to child's pose. Come up into fours. We're just going to shift right back to child's pose. Use an exhale. Arms back by your side through a snow angel. Rise tall to tall kneeling. Exhale your arms down by your side. Hold on to your pelvis. Flex your spine. Bow in. You weight shift a little bit to the right, not a lateral translation, just a weight shift to step the left foot forward for a lunge. Hands to the mat. Rooting into the inner and outer edge of your left foot, tuck your back toes under. Step into your left heel. Push with your right foot to lift your right leg up. Place your right hand down on the mat, flat palm it or ridge tops. Bring your left hand to your femur up at the hip crease. Work your thumb in and anchor your left thigh bone towards the earth. That's thigh bone back. As you push more with your right hand, extend from your tail to your heart and grow longer. Use an exhale and twist right ribs to the left. Left arm up to the sky is the option. Breathe. Next breath, left hand down, right knee to the mat. Flex your spine, and you can use your left hand to help guide the left foot back, so it's coming straight back. Rise tall into Bali seal, kneeling position, tall, reach up for the sky. Exhale your arms down, fold into shell, your version of child's pose with arms back. Arms swim forward, back up to all fours. Walk your hands a full handprint forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. All right, bend your knees a little bit. Lift your sitting bones up to the sky. With your sitting bones lifted, reach down from your tail to your heels so your belly tones. And now from the bottom of your heart, where we feel all of life's transitions, extend into the earth and ground from your pelvis to your heels. From the bottom of your heart, through your armpits, down your arms and into your hands, reach. Take another breath. Opening this pose from the bottom of your heart. Push with your hands and feet, and on an in-breath, come forward to plank. Breathe, hold plank, come on, push, hands and feet, head neutral. Bring your knees to the mat, lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring your hands by your chest wall. As you squeeze your legs together and reach back from the pelvis to your feet, press the tops of your feet down. Claw with your hands and lift your shoulders to the height of your elbows. With your hands clawing and pulling back, move your heart forward to come up into Bhujangasana. Breathe in. And on your next breath, heart moves forward, return to the earth. Push up into all fours, hands and knees. Step your left hand a little bit towards the center of you, forward of your shoulder. Kickstand your left foot out, spin open onto your side. So you're in a side plank position again. That's it. Raise your top leg up, top arm up. Breathe. Top knee to forehead, right knee to forehead. Your spine needs to flex to let that happen. Top knee to forehead, forehead to knee, and then stretch back out. 2 more times. Forehead to knee, knee to forehead, stretch back out. 1 more time. Forehead to knee, knee to forehead, lengthen back out. Nice. Return your right foot to the mat, right hand to the mat, back to all fours. Let's go for the second side. So you'll kneel on your right knee. Right hand will move a little bit towards center and work forward just a little bit of the shoulder girdle. So it'll maybe line up underneath your right ear. With your right foot kicking out, roll open to a modified side plank. Second side. Claw with your right hand. From the strength and toning of your left leg, drawing upwards towards your pelvis. So from left foot to left pelvis, draw up to pull the left leg in the air. Left arm up. Breathe. 3 movements. Use an exhale, come into flexion. Use an in-breath, extend out. 2 more. Last one. Left leg long, lower to the earth, left hand down. Back to all fours. Work your hands a handprint forward. Pointer finger and thumb, outer width of your shoulder. Push with your hands, push with your feet. Hover your knees off the mat in bear pose. So knees are just hovering. Using an exhale, slow descent. Return the knees softly to the earth. Boy, that's a big transition. How about 2 more times? Push with your feet, push with your hands, hover your knees and breathe. You are strong enough to be right here. And then awareness of the transition. Take your time, use an exhale. Slow the exhale out. So you're breathing out the whole time the knees are slowly descending. 1 more time. Push with your hands and your feet, hover your knees. Keep breathing. All right, slow descent. The exhale's going out the whole time. You're taking a long ride down back to the earth, controlling that. All right, push with your hands and your feet. Shoot your sitting bones back and up to move into down dog. 3 breath cycles here, opening your pose up from the bottom of your heart through your pelvis to your feet. From the bottom of your heart, where we have felt our life's transitions, move out through your heart, through your armpits to your hands. Walk your hands and your feet towards one another, so you're coming into a standing forward fold. Breathe, allow your head to drop in. Bend your knees a little bit so that your spine can extend. Even though the knees are bent, your legs are toned, and we know to do that first and foremost by spreading the toes, working the edges of the feet, the 4 corners. Big toe ball joint, inner heel, baby toe ball joint, outer heel. Those are the 4 corners. Root them on both feet well. Bring your hands to your pelvis, elbows to the sky. Move your heart forward, reach your tail back. Keeping your knees bent just a little bit so that you can move from the pelvis to rise with a long spine. Release your arms down by your side. All right, let's take a big wide stance on the mat. Hands to pelvis. Your back foot will be your right foot. So let's turn the right foot slightly in, turn your left foot all the way open. Reach your arms up and out, breathe, release your front hip into a knee bend, turn your gaze and look over your left hand. Flowing through a few transitions here, just awareness of your breath, right? So awareness of the transitions, awareness that you're still breathing as you take different shapes. Stay steady in the foundation of your legs as you breathe. Pull your feet together. Reaching out from your heart to your fingertips and both arms, rotate the head of your front arm, your left arm, so the left palm goes to the sky. Reach out equally down, just as much as you go up into reverse warrior. Stay with your breath. Transition to side angle pose, left arm to quad, top arm to the sky. Arm circle your top arm over your head. Extend your bottom arm down the inner line of your left leg. So left arm pressing against left inner thigh pressing back. Keeping your right inner thigh broad by reaching from your right outer hip to your right outer heel. Scoop your left buttock underneath you and breathe. Those are small transitions, but they are mighty and powerful. Staying in your foundation of your feet, push, inhale and come up. Exhale and release your arms. Hands to pelvis. Turn your left foot slightly in. Your left foot's now your back foot. Turn your right foot all the way open. Spread your toes. Pull your feet towards one another. Reach your arms up to the sky, out to a T. Release your front hip. Come into your knee bend on your front leg. Transition. See with your eyes. Seeing with your left eye, turn your head to look right. Warrior two. Keep breathing through all these transitions in this flow. From heart to fingertips, reach. Rotate the head of the right arm bone so the right palm turns. Keep reaching out through your heart in all directions as your left arm descends. Reach up just as much with your right arm. Left arm reaching down, right arm reaching up. Continue to press through your feet and pull your feet towards one another. Breathe. Biggest cue right there. Breathe through all of these transitions. Next breath, right into side angle pose. Right arm to quad, top arm to the sky. Use your right forearm and push down. Keep broadening through your left inner thigh. Extend your right arm down the inner line of your right leg. With the left inner thigh broadening, scoop your right buttock underneath you. Circle your top arm over your head. Bigger expression. Push with your feet, inhale and come up. Lengthen your legs, turn your feet parallel, heel toe, your feet together. All right, stand. A couple big transitions here, right foot into the front plane. Right foot into the side plane. Right foot into the back plane, reach for it, just don't take it back there, reach from pelvis to foot. And now cross the midline, so right foot crossing the midline. Plie down, bend both knees, plie, as much as you feel comfortable. Push with your feet, rise. Right leg behind you, so it's uncrossed from the midline, that's it. Right leg into the side plane, right leg into the front plane, right leg crosses the midline, plie down. Right leg extends into the front plane and then stand it underneath you. Breathe, you're doing good. Second side, soften your right knee. Feel the four corners of your right foot as you step your left leg forward. So the right, super important so that the left leg can gesture to its fullest expression through all of the transitions it's going to make. Left leg into the side plane. Left leg into the back plane. Keep breathing. Yep, reach for it. Just don't take it back there. Reach. And the reach is not just from pelvis to foot, it's from pelvis to heart. Left leg crosses the midline, plie down. In breath and come up. Left leg in the back plane, reach. Tail to heart, up. Top back of the head, up. Left leg side plane, reach. Left leg front plane, cross the midline, plie down. Push with your feet, rise. Left leg into the front plane, stand. Okay, let's add on to that. Stand in your left foot, find the four corners of your left foot and root. Breathe. Step your right leg forward. In breath, raise your arms up. Lift your thumbs higher to the sky than your fingers, so that helps lift your back waist. Breathe through all of these transitions. If you've got to put your foot down at any point, go for it. Right leg up in the air. Right leg in the air into the side plane. Tip to the left. Torso upright again. Right leg into the back plane. Reach. Right leg into the back plane, cross the midline. Lean forward. Keep reaching back with the right leg. Yep, left knee can bend. Right leg back behind you. Step together. Release your arms down. Breathe. Doing great. Second side, hands to pelvis. Soften your right knee a little bit. Find the four corners of your right foot. Keep lifting up through your heart as you go through these transitions. Stay open-hearted. Continue to breathe. Left leg forward. Soften the right knee. Let it be resilient. Arms up. Reach. Big reach. Large. Left leg up. Hold it up. Take the left leg into the side plane. Reach. Breathe. Tip to the right. You got it. Good. Breathe. Just breathe. If you got to touch down, it's fine. Leg into the back plane. Heart moves forward. Leg moves back. Pelvis to foot, reach back. Pelvis to heart, move forward. Cross the midline with the left leg. Keep it in the air. Cross. Your heart's going to turn. Keep reaching, arms. Breathe. Leg back behind you. Stand tall. Release your arms down by your side. All right, that was good. Step your right leg out. Side plane. Right leg into the side plane. Hands to pelvis. Pick up your right leg. Cross the midline in the front plane. So right leg coming forward, crossing the midline. Cross your right leg over your left into eagle. Yeah, so legs are squeezing together as if you're wearing a little mini skirt, sitting on a high bar stool. Flex at the hips, flex at the knee, flex at the ankle. Squeeze not only your upper legs together, hamstring and quad, squeeze your lower shin bones together. Uncross, reach forward, go into the side plane, and stand on both feet. You're doing awesome. Breathe. Left leg into the side plane. Soften the right knee, let it be bouncy and responsive, because through life's transitions, we gotta respond. We can't just lock up, right? Stay with your breath. Left leg comes forward into the front plane, crosses the midline, and then cross your legs. Yeah, so moving into eagle, Garandasana. Both sitting bones rooting down. Squeeze your upper legs, hamstring of the left leg, quadricep of the right leg together. Squeeze the lower leg, shin bones together. Breathe. Keep lifting through your heart. Excellent. Stretch your right leg forward. Long leg into the side plane, left leg to the left. Stand on both feet. Super job, you guys. Arms reach up. Arms out. Right arm in. Left arm underneath. Lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. Open your arms out wide. Exhale and release them. Second side, reach up. Arms out. This time left arm in. Right arm underneath. Breathe. Back of the heart to elbows open. Next in breath, open your arms out wide. Exhale them down. Reach your arms up. Out to a T. Right arm in. Left arm underneath. Back of the heart to elbows reach. On your exhale, have a seat, chair pose. Next breath, round your spine like a cat. Flex your spine, forehead to knee. Breathe. Let the elbows be heavy. Transition, push with your feet, rise tall through your spine. Open your arms out wide, big reach, full of gratitude and love. Exhale, release your arms. Arms up, big, out, left arm in, right arm underneath. Second side, breathe. Four corners of the feet root. On an exhale, have a seat. Flex your spine, round like a cat. Head drops, belly moves back, tail scoops in, arms heavy. Another breath cycle. Big transition. Push with your feet, rise. Open your arms out to the world. All the love, the gratitude in your heart. Exhale your arms down. Wide stance on your mat, please. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot open. So you might want your yoga block. Trikonasana to Ardha Chandrasana to a big transition to eagle pose, right? So the class steady awareness through life's transition. So here we go. A big bunch of poses. Arms reach up to your sky. Reach them out large into the side plane. Stay with your breath. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Right hand to pelvis. Bend your left knee. Baby step your right foot in, so you're transitioning towards half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Move your left hand, it could be a yoga block in your left hand, off the diagonal of your left foot. Keep reaching from your pelvis through your right foot to lift your right leg up into half moon pose. Top arm is an option to go up. Breathe. The transition is right to eagle pose. Soften your left knee, right leg down, start rising. Right leg into the side plane, right leg into the front plane, right leg crosses the midline, arms reach up, arms reach out, right arm to the midline, left arm underneath, squeeze your legs together, squeeze them. Upper leg, lower leg squeezing. Sink into the chair, the imaginary chair. Option, flex your spine. It's an option. Just a little bit's good enough. Push with your left foot, in-breath rise. Right leg makes a leg circle into the back plane, all the way back there, still with eagle arms. Hold on, Lisa. Hold on, everybody. Breathe. High lunge with eagle arms. All these crazy transitions. Release your arms. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Step your right foot forward. Yeehaw! All good, right? That's life, man. Got to hang on and keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Put your foot down whenever you need to, right? Okay, take a big stance. You got a second side. Your yoga block could be in your right hand. If you like a yoga block for half moon pose, then you got to leave it behind. Once you go into the next crazy transitions that you know are coming. On the first side, you didn't know it was coming, right? You could have been a little blindsided, but you did good. You're still upright, breathing. All right, so left foot turns in, right foot turns open. You know it's coming now, no surprises. Arms reach up to the sky, out to a T. Keep pulling your feet towards one another as you feel the four corners of your feet. On an exhale, hinge from your hip crease, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Left hand to the pelvis, bend your right knee. Start hopping your left foot in, shift into your right foot. Work your right hand a diagonal off of your right pinky toe to float your left leg up. Strong left leg. You practice all the leg cues in the warm-up. Strong left leg. Option is left arm up. Breathe. got to keep breathing through these crazy transitions coming up. All right, remember that leg, back, side, front, cross the midline stuff? Well, here it is. Soften your right knee, left hand to pelvis. Left leg moves into the side plane. Reach out. If you don't reach, you're going to fall. So you got to reach with the left leg. Left leg into the front plane. Reach it. Left leg crosses the midline. Cross your legs. Come into eagle legs. Squeeze your legs, upper and lower leg. Sink down into eagle pose. Raise your arms up to the sky. Out to a T. Breathe. Left arm to the middle. Right arm underneath. Keep squeezing your legs. Option is to sink a little bit deeper. Next option, once you're like sitting like you're in a chair, is to flex your spine. You don't have to go far. You've done a lot. Keep the bind of the hands. Left leg uncrosses. Reach it forward. Reach it out to the side. Stretch it back, moving into high lunge. Left leg back, right leg forward, arms in eagle. Push with your feet down, four corners. Left heel's lifted though. Pull your feet towards one another and lift up through your heart. Lift up through your heart. Breathe. Release your arms. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Push with your right foot. Step your left foot forward. Take a wide stance on your mat. Are you exhaling with me? All right, you made it through that. Good job. All right, spread your toes. Find the four corners of your feet. Soften your knees a little bit. Move from the hinge, right, at the hip crease, so your pelvis is moving around your femur heads to come into a wide-legged forward bend. Folding forward, hands to the mat. Keep spreading your toes and pulling your feet towards one another. Walk both hands over to the right. In breath to center, walk both hands over to the left. Pretty easy transitions after what you just did, right? Come back to center. Push with your hands, extend your spine. Walk your feet towards one another. And we're going to take the right leg back behind us and come down to a seat. Did you see that? You see how I came down with my legs crossed over? Right leg went behind me and I came down into seated legs crossed. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to come out of this too, back up to that wide-legged forward bend. So I've already given you a preview of the transition. All right, you ready? Hands down. And your hands go to, so this is your left leg crossing over, right? So I'm teaching left, right. I am practicing left, right. So I may look opposite of you, but my hands are to the same side as my front foot. Push with your hands, push with your left foot to pick your pelvis up. Step out to your wide-legged forward bend. Fold. Breathe. So you're back to a familiar place, a wide-legged stance, forward fold. Find the four corners of your feet, push. Pull your feet towards one another. You can soften your knees a little bit so that you can exhale and let your head go down, right? Let your head go down, but keep your elbows lifting, your hands pushing. All right, transition to the second side. It's breathing through weird transitions, right? It's life. Right foot stays where it's at. We're going to take the left leg, cross it behind the right, cross it back, and then bring your bottom to the mat. Right leg over, and now tuck your left leg back behind you, right? And then orient so you got both sitting bones down. Just hug your knee towards your chest. You made it. Shall we do it one more time since it's familiar? I know I can hear all of you yelling, yes, 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 let's do that. Okay, so both hands over to the left side. That's the side of the front foot where it's crossing the midline. Yep. Push with your hands, push with your front foot. It'll pick your pelvis up. Step your left leg into the side plane. So now you're back out to a wide-legged forward bend. Forward fold, breathe, four corners of the feet. Bend your left knee. Take your right long leg, take it behind you into the back plane, cross the midline, down you go. Much more familiar and easier that time, wasn't it? Hug your knee in, lift up tall. You're already in a twist. You're doing great. All right, both hands down. Push with your left foot, push with your hands, pick your pelvis up, step out to a wide-legged forward bend. Just notice, since you already went through that transition once, there was a familiarity to it, right? So you're like, all right, I got this. All right, four corners of the right foot, right knee a little bit soft, left leg long, reaching, left leg, not timid, reaching, crosses the midline. Bottom down, legs tucked, both knees bent, hugging the front leg, knee in. How'd you do? A little smoother to get there? Can we add on to this? I know I hear you yelling, yes. Oh, of course we can, right? The transitions are getting a little bit more familiar, even though they're weird. And some of them are challenging. Place your hands on the mat. Push with your hands, push with your right foot, step up, step out. You're back to your wide-legged forward bend. Right long leg swoops behind you, come down into your seated twist. Yeah. All right, changing what your front leg is gonna do. Bring your top knee, I know it may not get there, but work your top knee towards your bottom knee so both knees are stacked. Your feet go out wide, so this is cow face pose. Reach your arms up. If it's more three-dimensional and looks like that, that's fine. But you're working your knees towards stacking. That's where you're heading. Good, arms out. Arms back behind you. Push with your hands behind you, lift up through your heart. So you're leaning back a little bit. Pushing with the edges of your feet, pinky toe edges pushing, whatever edges of the feet you got down, push. Lift up through your sternum. Next exhale is an option to forward fold. Some of you guys, to lean forward is not good for the hip joint. You stay back. In breath and come up. Lean over to the right side. You know where you're going. So you're going to push with your left foot, push with your hands. Extend and lift your right leg, swoop it around into the back plane into a wide-legged forward fold. Bend your right knee a little bit, feel the weight coming into your right foot, left leg long, arcing into the back plane, into the side plane, come on down, have a seat. Good, so you've got right leg crossing over left leg tucked in, and just changing the angle now of the front leg. We're just going to see if we can bring the two knees on top of one another. And they may not stack like mine. So this is called cow face pose. Yours may be a little bit more three-dimensional, but you're just working towards it. Reach your arms up, reach them out, take them into the back plane and lean back. That normally helps if the hips are tight and they just don't want to go in this direction. Then see if maybe you could work the front knee to stack a little bit more as you lean back. Keep lifting up with your heart. If this is really good for you to stay here leaning back and using your hands as a second spine, stay here. The next option is arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands into the front plane. You get to decide though. That may not be the right choice. Yeah, through life's transitions, we do have a lot of choices. We often feel like it's out of control, right? And we don't have any choice here. Oh, the choice we have is like how we respond to it, right? That's the choice we get, how we respond. All responses have value. It's our awareness of the choices that we're making that's incredible and phenomenal. And it's part of what makes us so human, is our awareness through those transitions. Push with your hands and lift up. Last time, wide leg forward bend, lean over, push with your right foot, push with your hands, pick your pelvis up, step out to a wide-legged forward bend, forward fold. And then heel toe your feet together, come into a little squat and have a seat. Yeah, so now you're on the middle of your mat. You've done really well, you guys. Hold on to your hamstrings and ease yourself back down on your mat, all the way down. You go ahead and lay all the way down. I'm going to stay up. You lay down on your back. So laying down on your back, bring your right knee to your chest. Stretch your left leg out long. So right knee to chest, left leg stretching out long. Single knee to chest. Breathe. These are easy transitions. These ones at the end, they're super familiar. And now switch legs. So second knee to chest. Yeah. Right leg stretching out on the mat long while you hug your left knee in. Breathe. Return your left foot to the floor, bend your right knee so both knees are bent, both feet are flat on the floor. Yeah. Work your knees and your feet together. Yeah, so walk them in till they touch one another. Open your arms out to a T. Palms open to the sky. Squeeze your legs together. Drop your knees to the right. Turn your head to look left. Breathe. Yeah, it's such a familiar transition now for many of you from your steady practice. So even though this may be a familiar transition, stay present and aware as you squeeze your bottom leg into your top leg. Use an in-breath, return to center. Exhale, knees drop left, head turns right. Second side, breathe. Squeeze your bottom leg into your top leg, in-breath back to center. Draw your knees into your chest, slide your hands up to your feet, happy baby. So hands are holding feet, knees are out nice and wide. Your knees might be as wide as your armpits. Your knees might be wider than your armpits. Yeah, there you go. And as your hands push down, your feet push back up. Hands push down, feet push up. On an exhale, fold your legs. So you're coming into knees to chest, heels to buttocks, knees to chest. Hug yourself. Yeah, good sweet hug. Maybe even lift your head, neck, shoulders up. Bring your head and your forehead a little closer to your knees closer to your head. Nice. And then stretch your legs out long. Stretch your legs out long for Shavasana. Arms down by your side. Palms turn open. Breathe. You have already endured so many of life's transitions, and some were pretty expected. You could plan for them. Others were unexpected. Let it all go. Just open to the awareness of your own breath. Rest.